Hey guys, my name is Deloris. I am 27 years old, and this is the very first episode of Depression. What's your deal? I wanted to do this first episode as a little bit as a get to know me and why I am so passionate in talking about this subject. I also want to start off by saying that I am not a therapist, a doctor, a psychologist, or a counselor. I am simply just somebody who has struggled with mental health and feel like this should be a open area that we feel comfortable talking about, because I feel like a lot of people don't feel comfortable talking about their mental health, and I want to change that. I also want to say that I'm not trying to make this a fab or a cool thing. I am just trying to make this something that you feel safe talking about. So, a little bit about me is that I have struggled with depression since getting out of high school, and I'm pretty sure I've struggled with anxiety my whole life. It has been a battle. Every day is not easy, but I have found a way to cope with it in my own ways and make every day worthwhile. Part of the reason I wanted to talk about mental health and do episodes like this is because I feel like people feel uncomfortable talking about it, and there is a lot of people who will struggle alone because they don't openly want to talk about it, and I want to change that. What you can expect from these episodes is that I want to build a place where we can come together as a community, we can learn together and support each other. For the last 3 months, I've had this on my heart, talked to my fiance about it, and talked to a close friend about it. And they both say, go for it, what could you lose? So here I am. The first few episodes and stuff like that might not be perfect, but I'm going to do my best because I have never done something like this before. So I will put it in the show notes as well so you can find it. I have started to put together a Facebook group that if you like these episodes and you want to come join the group as either somebody who is suffering or somebody who wants to learn more, you can come over, and it is a no judgment zone. You can openly talk about anything you want to talk about, and hopefully the more people who come together, the more support we can get, and the more we can openly talk about mental health. I am specifically going to talk about depression and anxiety. Maybe later on in the future, if there's more things you guys want to talk about, we can openly talk about those. Like I said, I have been doing a lot of research, mainly in depression and anxiety, because those are things I suffer about. So I'm going to do some episodes that are educational about the things that I looked up, but with my own personal twist. Because I feel like, as somebody who might be suffering from a mental health issue, you can obviously go on Google, look it up, and find out everything you need to know, from what it is to the symptoms to it to how you treat it and everything in between. But with the way I've done it is I've spent the last month gathering information about depression, and I'll probably in the future do some on anxiety, and I've done my own personal twist of how I want to talk about them. I've also am going to do other episodes on things I feel like we are kind of weirded out or nervous to talk about, which will be like depression doesn't define you, hiding you're struggling, maybe not openly talking to it about with your family and friends and stuff like that. I also would like, hopefully, the more people who watch and the more I'm hoping that this reaches people, that in the future we could do interviews with either people who struggle, who feel comfortable and safe to feel the story, or even people who know somebody who has suffered, who has lost their life to the battle and openly wants to talk and share their story as well. Because I feel like not only are the stories of people who struggle right now very important, because you could hear a story and relate to it and be like, yes, that is similar to what I'm going through, or what you said I can relate to, is great. And I also think that the stories of people who are no longer with us are great, because you can either relate to it yourself, or you relate to it because you know somebody who you've lost to the battle. This has really been an inspiration for me, since I am somebody who has gone through it myself, and I know how it feels to spiral to a very dark place and try to dig your way out of it. And when you don't have to do it alone, and when you feel like you have a safe place to openly talk about it, and you're openly being supported by others, it can feel much easier to just be yourself and really just talk about what is going on in your life and how you feel. So I'm hoping to do one episode a week. I also want everybody to know that I will be filming this for YouTube, which is something new that I've never done, YouTube videos. I've done a couple with, previously I had a podcast that I tried to do that was inspirational, but again, it was very hard to do since I have been struggling with my mental health. So I took a step back and decided that I feel like this is another area, or the area that I feel more passionate about. So of course I've done videos like that, but this is a different type of video that I'm doing. I'm also recording them as a podcast. So if you can't watch the videos, you can listen in. So I promise you I will never put something on the video that you feel like as a listener you are missing out on, because I don't want to do that to you. But I want to make it easier that if you want to watch, you can watch, or if you want to listen, you can listen. So my main goal for this is to just educate people, and for the people who feel like they are struggling alone can find a place to be supported, and find a place where they are understood and they don't have to hide what they're going through, because there is going to be a community of people who understand what you're going through. So I'm thinking maybe about doing an episode every Wednesday in like the middle of the week. Not very sure how I want to play that yet, but I hope you guys find this interesting and will come along with me on my journey. I am very nervous about doing these videos. If you watch the YouTube videos, you can tell this is like nerve-wracking for me, talking to a video and stuff like that. Like I said, I've done podcasting before, so talking through a mic is different than doing videos for it. But I hope you guys will come with me along this journey to maybe learn things you don't know, or find the support you need. So this has been the first episode of Depression What's Your Deal, and I want you guys to know that you never have to struggle alone, and I love you.